Welcome to Cities Skylines and the city of Portmont. In the previous part we started from scratch and we built the city up to just over 1,000 population, and what I've been doing off camera is building it up to about a population of 2,000, because in this part we're going to do a little bit of damage to the city purely from the perspective of unlocking unique buildings. Now unique buildings are down here and you can see that they're all unlocked at the moment, and if you're a new player what happens is that you have to unlock these buildings, but once you've unlocked them, that's it, they're unlocked for good, unless of course you have to reinstall Cities Skylines. Now there are about 8 buildings which to unlock them means that you've got to do something that's a bit negative to the city, and in this part what I want to do is unlock 4 of the buildings using, well, just damaging the city is probably the best way to describe it. And now I want to make it very clear, guys, I'm going to do this with one city and try and keep the city going, but if you're a new player or if you just don't fancy it, looks like we've got a bit of a water problem, so it's just, yeah, so we're going to have to just deal with this. You can always rely on this game to throw you a curveball when you want to talk, so we're just going to push that up a little bit. So let's just get back to my train of thought. While I'm going to actually do this within a single city, if you want to, what you can do is always drop a save, try these techniques, and then you can, and if everything goes badly wrong and you can't recover the city, what you can always do is reload the save game or effectively throw the city and start again, because once a unique building is unlocked, that's it, it's unlocked for good. And the ones we want to deal with is in, let's just get back to here, is I want to unlock the Lazarette Plaza, which means we're going to have to make our population sick, which is a little bit unfortunate. There's also, we need the Statue of Shopping, which is quite an easy one. I think if you're a new player you normally end up with negative money, so we'll be spending the money. And then we've got a government office, which is going to be one of the more intriguing ones that we're going to do, if I can find it. Hypermarket, where's the government office? It's in here. Here, where we're actually going to pile up some garbage. Here it is. We need to get the average garbage piling up to around 40. And the other one I want to unlock is the Mole of Moderation, which is the getting the garbage piled up to 25. And to get the garbage to pile up is quite easy. It's just turn off that. And eventually what will happen is you will see the garbage start to pile up in the city. And when the city's around this population, this is a very good time to actually do something like this, simply because the city has still got enough momentum because it's small and people are a little more tolerant to disease and garbage, and therefore a little bit more easier to recover. And plus the cities of a size that the percentage health one, which is the other thing we're going to do, and what I'm going to do is use something which many people actually do by accident when they first start to learn play Cities Skylines. That is, we're going to feed the foul water into the freshwater intake, and that will effectively make everyone in the city sick. But hopefully, despite everyone getting sick, the city will maintain a momentum, which means it won't crash completely. The other thing I do want to do is get some education in and running as well. That's probably in the wrong place, but we can move it later on, because even though we are going to tear the city up a little bit, we still want to make sure everyone is, well, okay, and we still need to keep that momentum going. You can see we've got a big demand for residential, so what we're going to do is I started this new residential area out here just as a bit of a counterbalance to the urban sprawl over here. I mean, I could push out across here, but I don't really want to do that. You can see the trash is starting to build up already, so if I come to, yeah, you can see the Mall of Moderation, we're already up to 13, so the effect is already building up, and this is how quickly this will build up in a small city like this. If you'd got up to about 40,000-50,000 population, it would take a very long time and you would really damage your city trying to do this. So this is by far the best time to do it. And as I've already said, that once you've done it, you've done it, and the city is permanently unlocked, and then you can go on and build cities with knowing full well that you're never going to have to do it again until you have to reinstall. Oops. Didn't like that. I'm a little bit inclined maybe to put some kind of key walls along this river eventually. Once we move out the water plains, the key walls I think are in here somewhere. It's a long time since I've used them. Or are they here? I can't remember where they are now, to be honest, guys. Yeah, here we are. So you can quite literally. Actually, this would be a better one, but I'm not going to. No, I won't do it. So eventually, we will probably put some key walls down here, just to make the river a bit. You can see everyone's getting a bit sick now, and we need to keep an eye on Lazarus Plaza. Yeah. Oh, we've done it. So right. See, that was a very quick one to get done and finished. Of course, we've now unlocked Lazarus Plaza, and you can see how quick that went with respect. But of course, we've got to make everyone a little bit healthier now. And I think a good way to do this is to drop a health clinic in. That will lift people's spirits up a little bit. You can see quite unusually that the demand still remains. We're still making money, but we are losing a little bit of population. And I think we're just going to drop a little bit of industry there. We're just going to dezone that, just to keep things building up quite nicely. And I think we can go down here and just put in a little bit more road. That jigged a little bit there, didn't it? Not happy with that. Let's take that out. Actually, let's just come out. Nothing that says that we don't have to. This doesn't have to be fully perfectly gridded. What we can do is just pop in like that, and let's check the water. Come down 440. Let's come down again, out like that. And what we should be able to do is put a big bunch of people in here, and the garbage is building up quite nicely. I don't know, you shouldn't be saying that. So we got we're nearly up to 25 people there. So we just unlocked the wall of moderation. Now, some of these distinct buildings, you've got to hold it for a certain period of time. Obviously, the mall of moderation didn't, but we're to see if we can get to the government building. Yeah, we got to still pile up to 40, and we got a little bit of commercial. Let's just keep pushing the commercial down here. We can keep let's keep the power moving down in this direction. In fact, what we can do is come there. Actually, I'm just going to hook up a path like my footpaths, and just hook the footpaths through like that. Give these people a reason to connect and do it. So as you can see, what's actually happening is that despite the fact that I'm making all my population sick by all the garbage piling up, there's still a momentum for people to build up an area here. And actually, let's just push this out here like that. Actually, I'm going to take advantage of this situation, and we're just going to zone in this area. I think we're going to push up this way. I think the population will be able to stand it. I'm just going to self-sufficient. Is that self-sufficient buildings? What we got here? Commercial over there. Just going to put that in there. The other thing I want to check at the moment is if we come Portland policies. We haven't unlocked city planning yet. Have to get the bike option going. Right, so the garbage is piling up. How are we doing here? Amsterdam Place. There's the government offices. We've got garbage of 30 piled up, so we're just going to let the city run. And you can see we're now losing population a little bit, but probably because of the contamination. But we'll be okay, guys. Don't worry about it. And as I say, if you do this problems in early on in this point of a city playthrough, you can get away with it. Oh, great! Oh, for a brief moment, then that wasn't going to. Just hook that through like that. Keep everybody happy. And of course, one problem we will have is that once we turn this back on, there'll be a lot of garbage piled up in this area. So this garbage dump will surge. It's 13% full at the moment. So we're at 33% at the moment. What I'm going to do is just let the city trundle forward. And one thing I will say, guys, is don't get impatient to try and push this forward at great speed, because what can happen is if the city is running at very high speed, things can spiral out of control very quickly, and then that can actually give you problems. So you've got to be a bit patient for this. I think we could actually spend some money as well and drop the population, because we do want to unlock the statue of shopping. Okay, so we need to spend the money, and the easiest way to do this is to drop the taxes down a bit like this to say 5-6%, and then what we need to do is spend some of that money. What can we spend the money on? Let's see. Well, we could drop in a school. That would get the education going. High school's looking good. We've got fire coverage. We've got police coverage. For some reason I got 2 fire stations in here. I think we're going to relocate this building here. Didn't I put a medical clinic in? Okay. So you can see we're now losing money, but we've still got 7,000 to spend. In fact, I think what we will do is so in power's marginal anyway, so we're just going to pep the power supply up. That's taken us down to 1,990. We're losing the money quite steadily. Let's just check the government offices. One more to go, and then we'll be in a condition for everyone to look very unhealthy. And I could lay out some more roads and consume that money a bit quicker. Yeah, I think we'll do that. And of course we've just reached Boomtown, which means I've got even more money to spend. Thank you, game. Always wanted that. You can see we've now got this area here. I'm not sure if we unlock any more services. Let's have a quick look. We've got advanced wind turbines, emergency shelters, wave power. So it doesn't look like we've actually unlocked another level of distinct buildings. Yes, we have there. And we got 34,000 to spend. And then we just check here. And you can see we've now unlocked government offices. So we're just going to get that going. And what we're going to need now to do is clear up the trash and get that working. And what we're going to need now to do is try and spend some of this money. I think what I will do is we're going to open up a road across here like this. Actually, let's do this the opposite way around. If I take this off so that I don't have the snap into grid, and that can come that way. And then what we will do is hook into that and come across like that, and then it's going to snick this out like that, and I think we can just push you. And these are the wrong way round. Put that back on, and that can come that way. This over like that. And I don't now. Another key factor when you're laying out key supply roads like this, what you need to do. So speed that back up again. Actually, is you want to keep your junctions away from areas like that. So what we're going to do is come here. You can come out like that, and you can come in like that. We can get away with that. And that. And hook that into there like that. And of course, what we really need to do is try and get the city healthy. Let's get in. I must have put a police station in instead of a medical clinic. Of course, the other thing we're going to need is a cemetery. We'll put a cemetery here. Now, there are unique buildings that require multiple cemeteries to be built, and I can't actually, not sure where they are. Let's have a quick look through. Money, okay, have less than money. Still not losing the money, which is annoying. I think what we're going to do, guys, is just going to get this out of the way, get this unlocked so that I can focus on other things. That should drop my income down. There we are. So what we should now have is, there we are, statue of shopping is unlocked. Of course, what we're going to do is put the taxes back to normal, 11%, like that. Because we got a few abandoned buildings, and of course what we really need to do now is try and make our population happy, but the first thing we're going to have to do is start making some money, and I think we're just going to drop that in there and that down there like that to keep the city growing. Because if you're going to do this like I'm doing at the moment, what you need to do is do it, then give your city a chance to recover before you move on to the next thing. And the next
meteorologists doing a thunderstorm warning for the coming days. Citizens are advised to stay indoors.
So we've got a 9.7 thunderstorm coming in. Yeah, so what you need to do is get the city back healthy before you go on to the next one. Wow. That's right over the city.
A thunderstorm is battering the city.
So what we're going to have to do is get rid of these abandoned buildings to keep the land value up. In fact, I'm very tempted to put in a small park or something, or big park, anything. And with a thunderstorm, what you do need to do is keep an eye out for the broken power lines. There we are, they've broken the power lines across there. But how's the... Okay, we don't need those power lines, so what I could do is take these out now. So in some ways the lightning storm has actually done us a little bit of a favour. Let's get those out, because we've got a few. So that's now there. Just take out the abandoned buildings like that. A little bit more on for commercial. Just put that in there. And we've actually got a building on fire down here. That's my fire coverage. shaky at best, but I can't do anything about it because we don't have any money. But they're on the case, guys, so we're good. And you can see also that the lightning has actually set fire to some trees out here, but it won't be a problem because one advantage with this map is that we don't have extensive forests. Now, if you're playing on a map where there's extensive fires, you can need to be a bit careful because this is a very real threat to my power supply here, and we've actually lost the power supply here, which is going to turn off my city. And I'm pretty sure that at the moment we haven't unlocked the fire helicopter depot, so this could be a little bit of a problem. But then again, there's not many trees here, so that may not spread. And right, I'm just going to see. Now you see the foul water and the water. That is the consequence of losing the power, not the fact that we're running low on water. Although we are getting marginal, so maybe it's time to increase the budget a little bit more for water, like that. And you can see we still got a problem with abandoned buildings. Just gonna knock them out just to keep the land price up. And if you guys want to check, you can actually see the land value here. You can see the land value at the moment isn't particularly that good. It's partly because we've also got noise down here from this, which isn't happening. So we're gonna have to move this area here. But the population's slowly getting healthier under the effect of a medical clinic. So yeah, everyone's just getting a little bit healthier, and this is why you deal with these issues very early on and get things going. I don't really want to cross, or do I want to cross over this side? My instinct is to expand the residential area here. I don't want to make it too big, I just want to make it so that I've got an option over here for people. So I think what we're going to do is just come out here like that and just let that build up. We've got a little bit more industry here. I mean, eventually this industry is going to be moved, and it won't be that long actually. And the same with the commercial up here. Oops. I will just leave that. I'm just going to drop some more. I'm getting a little bit worried about this junction here, so I think what we're going to do is come here and we're going to upgrade these two roads and put them that way. And the thought process behind that is that the vehicles coming in will come here to come through to here, and then they will leave by this junction. So hopefully that will keep down the traffic on this junction here. And we got water because I didn't extend the water pipes out. That's not a problem. So you can fill this area in like this. We're finally, the city's getting back looking healthy. Let's just have a quick look. Health. So healthcare availability. So there's still 988 people sick in the city of 3,000. So it's I've been very tempted actually to put a clinic up here. Yeah, I think we can. Actually, let's put a clinic. That's right on the edge of the water. Let's put a clinic right in the middle here. That will increase the land values here. That should see the ambulances will rush out and pick everyone up. Because this is an area where it's sick, and you can see the immediate effect of the medical centre. Yep, see. I mean, what I will probably do is move some of those eventually as well. So things are looking good. What have we got here? We've got a bit of a problem here. Not enough customers. Yeah, well. I'm sure the things will go. And I think that's probably... Oops, we got a bit of a power problem again. Yeah, I mean, I don't think we've got any other power supplies just at the moment. There's no point deploying the advanced wind turbines. This is just to show you guys. They've got to be deployed in water. And at the moment, there's nothing there that's going to work. So what we're going to do is drop a couple more of these up here. You can see where the ground was burnt out. So we've got post office services. Yeah, well, we'll be looking at that. Right, guys, I think this is where I'm going to leave it. In the next part, I'm going to carry on with this theme because we've got a couple more buildings that need to be unlocked. And the next one's going to be quite fun, and that is to unlock the courthouse. I don't think we've actually got to level 3 yet. Yes, we have. And if I can find the courthouse, there it is there. We've got to get the crime rate over 50%. Now, this is quite a fun, unique building to unlock, simply because getting the crime rate up to 50% is more difficult than you think, even though the fact that at the moment we've only got the one police station. In fact, I think just to get the process started, I'm just going to switch it off so that we can get the crime rate going up, because everyone's going to be unhappy again. Right, guys, so this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found it interesting. And say any other hints, tips on clearing out these unique buildings, feel free to chuck them in the comments. And until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.